Hey, Bob Smith here for bassandbobs.com. Welcome to my office. I was going to fish today, but ended up not. My son and his girlfriend were going to go, and they realized at the last minute that their fishing licenses were expired, so we didn't go, which is okay, really. I started cleaning up the boat and everything from the tournament on Saturday. I started cleaning everything up yesterday. Instead of going fishing today, I'm going to do that. I'll take a little break in the middle, do me a little bit of Waffle House for breakfast. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And press on with taking care of the boat. Anyhow, Saturday, Choctawhatchee River out of Black Creek Lodge, Freeport, Florida. It was the Media Bass North Florida individual trail, first tournament of the season, first tournament of 2018. And I fished. I'm back. I took last year off. I finished midfield. Okay, in the middle. I finished 8th out of 16. Okay, so let's take a look at that. 8 out of 16. There I am, number 8, right there. In the middle. I got points. I'm in 8th place in points right now for 2018 with 5 more tournaments to go. I did weigh in the limit. It weighed 8 pounds, 8.10 pounds. My big fish, which is not on there, my big fish was 3.59. So I'm in the middle of the field. All right. I did catch a limit. It is much better than I have done in a tournament for, I would say, for the last 4 years, or 3 years to be positive. Last year I did so bad previously, and last year I fished one, took the year off, fished one more during the year, and that was it. I didn't even feel like it. I was beating myself up so bad over being doing so horrible. So anyway, I got a midfield finish, and you can't get any more midfield than 8th out of 16, right? And I only plan on going up. The conditions threw me a curve. A couple weeks back, I was over there. The water temperature was 47 degrees. 47. Well, when I got the boat in the water Saturday, the water temperature was 70. It's a bit of a rise there in just a couple weeks, and it caught me off guard, because I haven't been back over there, and I haven't talked to anybody that has. So a lot of the stuff that I wanted with the water temperature being 70 was still back here up on the shelf, because it hasn't been in the boat pretty much all winter. Anyway, I did find, mostly it was my top waters, and I did find a buzzbait in the boat. Yay, because I caught a lot of fish on my buzzbait. Not the one I wanted. I wanted to throw a spook or a badonkadonk or something on those lines, a walking bait. I didn't have any. I was out of luck. So I can only guess how I would have done had I had that bait or the other baits, and it's an irrelevant point because I didn't have them and I didn't use them, so there's no telling. Could have been awesome, could have been horrible. No telling. But the conditions that we were given on the river was another story. I mean, we had a blown out river. It was over flood stage. It was way over flood stage. Let's see. This is at Ebro. It says Bruce. The station is actually at the Highway 20 bridge in Ebro. Why they call it Bruce, I don't know. Anyway, right now the river is still at 14.73 feet. All right, so it's still almost a foot over flood stage. Flood stage is 14 feet. And Saturday when we fished right here, we were at 17th right there. We were at about 16 and a half feet. So we were 2.5 feet over flood stage. It is way back in the woods. I mean, way back in the woods. It goes up in the woods before it gets to flood stage. So, and it was hauling butt. It was it was screaming, and it was muddy. So all those things together, I did. I know. I ran up and looked at it. I didn't go very far. I didn't even get on to Choctawhatchee. I stopped at Mitchell, and it was because if Choctawhatchee is blown out, sometimes Mitchell is okay. Oh no, it was nowhere close to okay. So after being up there about 5 minutes, just a little bit up past Possum Island, I didn't have to go any further than that. I cranked up the Merc and pointed that nitro back to Black Creek and hauled butt back to Black Creek, back to the clear water, or where most everybody else was. I don't know anybody that went up the river. I know one boat went to Alaqua. Anyway, midfield finish. How did I do it? Okay. Nothing fantastic, nothing spectacular. I fished primarily a 3/8 ounce buzzbait that I found in the boat. It's not, like I said, it's not the one I wanted, but it's the one I had, and it's the one I fished with. So I had the 3/8 ounce buzzbait, and then I had a Yum Money Minnow swim bait. And my bigger fish came on the swim bait. My numbers of fish came on the buzzbait. It was a throw it out and reel it in, throw it out and reel it in. Nothing fancy, nothing special. The only thing I noticed was the bigger fish on the swim bait would come on some of the deeper, I can't call it a pocket. If you're familiar with Black Creek, you'll know that the area between the outpost and Black Creek Lodge, if you're on the east side, I call it east, it might be north, I don't know, the opposite side of the creek from where the ramp is at, the bottom is wavy. It'll run 3 feet, 9 feet, 3 feet, 9 feet, and as I worked down that bank, when I was in the shallower parts, I would catch smaller fish. As I transitioned down into those deeper ones with that swim bait, running down probably 5 or 6 feet, I would get bigger fish, a lot less often, fewer bites. But there was nothing fancy about what I was doing, and there was nothing else to it other than that. I would fire it out, let it sink, reel it in. Occasionally I'd pop it or twitch it or what have you, and it didn't really seem to make any difference. Color didn't make much of a difference either. I was a little low on the numbers of the Money Minnow swim baits that I had, and they were different colors, different patterns, and the fish didn't seem to care. I didn't have one that produced better than another. So it had to be the profile, the action, something, I don't know. I did lose one really, really good fish that would have pushed me up possibly into the money somewhere. I don't know. Can't even speculate. I didn't get the fish. Totally my fault. He hit that swim bait, and I leaned back on him, and it was the first bigger fish to grab it during the day. And I reeled back on him, and I got him coming in, and he come up, and he come off. And the reason was because I had not tightened it down my drag. The rods have been sitting in the office and not being used. I got the drags backed off, loosened up. I never really tightened it down sufficiently. I didn't get a hook set. He came up, the hook and the fish parted ways, and my bag suffered at the end of the day for that, because I did have 3 real small fish that I really wanted to call out. But that's what it was. It was me. Also, another thing I left out of the boat, see this? Sunscreen. Yeah, we're talking mid-February. I really wasn't even thinking sunscreen, and I really needed it. So make sure you got sunscreen in your boat. You never know when you're going to need it, even through the winter. I should have known better. I've been here long enough. Anyway, I should have known. But, okay, nothing fancy. On Black Creek, midfield finish, 5 to go. Going to strive to do better, and I'll pop back and I'll let you know how I did and what I did and how I did, or what I didn't and how I did what I didn't and how I didn't do. Anyway, you know what I mean. I'll let you know how I do as these tournaments transpire. I'm hoping I got some of that juju back, and I'm hoping I have a good season. I'd like to finish up in the top 3 at least once or twice this year, and we'll see what happens. So until next time, I'm Bob Smith for bassandbobs.com, and I'll see you out there on the water.